Good morning, folks. Getting underway here, leaving my spot at the top of the Priest Mountain. The amazing views. A good place to end the day. I'm gonna step down here out of the wind. But yeah, I wasn't quite sure. Yesterday my stomach being pretty tore up ended up putting me here. So I guess that was a nice outcome. Gonna try to do a big day today to kind of make up for the short day yesterday. We'll see if the trail allows it. But this is one of the best camp spots I've had in a while. So I'm glad I ended up here. Excited to get going today. So we'll catch up with you a little bit further on down the trail. Evening, folks. So pulled into this little spot here. It's actually a side trail where there's a spring. Spring was pretty decent. Got a couple liters out of there, and there happens to be a campsite here. I think I'll just hang out here at this pretty sweet camp spot. So got everything I need, and I guess I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, folks. Well, as you can probably tell from the hat and the fleece here, it definitely did get colder last night. I think we're down in the 30s. It's pretty chilly. So today, hopefully about 18 miles to Punch Bowl Shelter, and we'll go from there. But right now, it's time to get walking so I can warm up, because it's kind of damn chilly. All right. Onward and upward. We'll see you a little bit further on down the trail. All right, so hanging out at the Brown Mountain Shelter here for lunch. Pretty cool place. We got plenty of forest here. Obviously the shelter itself. There's a nice creek down there. It's actually still running, which is pretty nice. And yeah, still dealing with these cooler temperatures, man. It's a little chilly, but like I said, it's kind of a welcome change from these crazy 90-degree heat days we were having. So I guess it's time to pack up and get some water and head on out of here. We'll check in with you a little bit further on down the trail. Good morning, folks. Back on the trail this morning. Leaving the shelter. Had a whole group of interesting folks. Apparently, a group of friends that organize a Halloween hike every year. Well, this time they did an overnight, and they happened to be staying at the same little shelter area that I was. Worked out pretty well. Got some extra food and a little bit of whiskey to go along with it. So, hey, they're good folks in my book. Also, a couple of section hikers that are heading the same direction as me. But the bad news was one of the folks said that there were some wildfires, and actually another guy I was hiking with had pictures of him a few days ago. He's ahead of me. But apparently there might be a trail closure. And that would be about 10 miles from where I'm at right now. It's been cold and we got a little bit of rain overnight, so maybe that'll help with the getting that trail back open again. For now, I just have to climb over 2 mountains and get down to the James River and find out what's going on there. So we'll check back in with you guys a little bit further on down the trail. Beautiful views this morning as we're climbing into the rain clouds. the trail is open again, getting ready to cross this James River Bridge, longest footbridge on the AT. You can actually see a few plumes of smoke there from where the fire was. Time to get walking. Yeah, one of my shuttle drivers was telling me this, that it's kind of ironic that the James River Footbridge is actually named after William T. Foote. So, a little double meaning going on there. But sounds like he was a awesome dude. Alright, a little evidence of the trail closure. Now the Matts Creek Trail is closed, but the AT is open, so no going that way. But lucky for me, the AT goes this way. We got some rain moving in this afternoon, which will help with this fire situation, I guess, and hopefully help with some water sources and keep the dust down and all the above. But it's a nice little stay at Stanwell, so I stayed at both of them, the one in Waynesboro and the one here in Glasgow. I got some walking to do, so I'll catch back up with you a little bit later on. Alright, well, something new. My glasses, I don't know if you've noticed in previous videos, they might be hanging crooked on my face. I had stepped on them way back in Harper's Ferry and kind of broken them a little bit. So they had been repaired with super glue. One of the lenses kept falling out. But anyway, as I'm making my way up the trail here, some flying insect, I guess some kind of bee, kind of dive bombed me and just missed my glasses. And I think it got me in the eyebrow. Anyway, of course, I swatted at my face and knocked my glasses off my face, and both lenses went flying, and I'll hike without them for a while, see how that goes. Anyway, interesting things on the trail, always happening, so there you go, there's that story. We'll see you a little bit further on down the trail. Alright, so this little rock formation is known as the Guillotine. The trail goes right under that boulder. Oh boy. Just about ready to go over the top of Apple Orchard Mountain. The descent on the other side looks pretty steep. But in the end, I'm only about 5 miles away from where I want to set up camp. One more landmark passed. I'm getting closer, less than 800 to go. I can almost start thinking about the end. But I want to make sure I do enjoy all the time I've got out here, so try to still take it day by day. But anyway, we'll see you a little bit further on down the trail. All right, made it to the top of Apple Orchard Mountain, and there's a weather station up here, so got a little radar there. A few too many trees to have good views, but I guess the weather station is the coolest thing up here. Oh, there's the sign for the Apple Orchard Mountain, 4225 feet on the AT. Good morning, folks. Leaving the shelter this morning. Probably not going to film a whole lot today. We got some rain pretty much all day, I think. Caught back up with sunshine. Fire closure kind of stopped us both there, so he's behind me a little bit. But yeah, rainy, misty day on the Appalachian Trail with fall temperatures starting to get in. So trying to stay a little bit dry and trying to keep moving on down the road. With any luck, we'll be in Daleville tomorrow. If I can make the miles today, we'll see how it all goes. The good news is the rain has held off about this long. It's actually been a pretty pleasant day to hike. But just as I say that, I know we've got, I just was able to get some service up here on this ridge. We got a pretty big rain event coming through, so yeah, we'll see. Still got like 11 miles to go to the shelter I want to get to tonight. And then that leaves me about 17 into Daleville. The trail kind of walks right through town a little bit, and there's a grocery store and a restaurant. Try to see if I can resupply, eat at the restaurant, and then get back on trail at least a little bit without spending any money at a hotel or a hostel. That would be awesome. After all this crap goes through today, it's supposed to be good weather tomorrow and for a couple of days after that. So just trying to grit my teeth and make it through here. Back to walking for me. May or may not check in with you a little bit later on, depending on how crappy things get. So I'll see you a little bit further down the trail somewhere. So good morning, folks. Back on trail. Leaving the shelter. Still pretty chilly this morning. Supposed to get back up to near 70 today though, so should be a much better day than yesterday. No rain today. It did rain all, for about 4 hours out of my 8 hours of hiking yesterday. Got a little chilly, but got to the shelter, got dry clothes on, everything. Everything was just fine. Get a warm meal and you feel a lot better. So just rolling down trail. Daleville's about 18 miles away. So we'll see if we can get down there. Well, remember what I said about not raining today? Apparently I was full of crap because it's raining on me. Kind of a misty rain. Hopefully it'll be done before too long, but yeah, got a few views here and there, but pretty wet, so I gotta keep moving. Five miles from town now, and I got blue skies and no rain. It's warmed up, maybe upper 60s. But yeah, turned out to be a heck of a nice day. I need to get in town, probably eat at Three Little Pigs barbecue, see if that's any good. Resupply at the Kroger. I might stay at the old Super 8. We'll see. In the meantime, I need to walk into town, so I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. Good morning, folks. Ended up here at the Super 8. Actually ended up being 4 other southbounders that stayed in the same hotel. So we all kind of went to dinner last night. It was a good time. I spent a little time last night getting a Facebook fundraiser set up. Trying to raise a little bit of money for Carry the Load, which is an organization that raises awareness and funds for veterans causes. So maybe since by the time you see this, the fundraiser will be long gone, maybe future Scott can kind of update you on how that went, like right about now. All right. I think I'm going to go get some complimentary breakfast down here at the Super 8. And always a heavy pack after a resupply. So we'll see. We'll see how today goes. The elevation doesn't look too terrible, so ought to be manageable. But go get some breakfast, get final things packed up, and get on the road. So we'll catch up with you a little bit further on down the trail. All right, so looking down on the town of Daleville. All that snapping and popping you hear, well, that's all the electricity flowing through this big old tower. Lots of electricity. How beautiful is this? gonna have lots of views today. And it looks like the weather's gonna cooperate, so good stuff.